Well, greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your beloved Star Wars dad, Nooch Too Good, and as you all know, I've been playing Marvel Strike Force for about 6 weeks, and I've been playing Galaxy of Heroes for significantly longer, about 9.5 years-ish. A long time playing Galaxy of Heroes, and I'm very intimately familiar with every aspect of the game. Marvel Strike Force, I'm learning, but something cool is happening as I play another game, and it's one of the reasons I wanted to start a new game on the channel and talk about it and really play it. There are some things going on in Marvel Strike Force that are really, really good, and I think would be really good to bring over to Galaxy of Heroes and enhance the way that we play this game that we love right here, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Let's talk about 6 of those differences on this video. We're going to talk about all 6 of them. One thing I would mention, this is not a commentary on Galaxy of Heroes good, Marvel Strike Force bad, or vice versa, Marvel Strike Force bad, Galaxy of Heroes good. This is just a commentary on, hey, here's some features of this new game that I'm playing that could be brought over to the game that I've been playing for a long, long time, and a lot of you, well, most of you guys here are enjoying, and make the game better. Let's make our game better, right? So without further ado, let's jump in, and I'm going right off the top. I'm starting with the one that I think would be the biggest impact on the game, and it would impact Conquest, is the one place I can think of that would really make things work here. Now, if you are like me, if you're anything like me, then you do things like you go in here to this final node, and you've got to get your Night Trooper and Captain Enoch feat done, and so you come into this node, and you just load them up. I'll do it right now. I don't need it anymore, I did it, but let's say you needed Balin Skull and Shin Hati or Mercenaries. Load it up. Boom, auto. Load it up, boom, auto. And yeah, they're going from 100 to 90 to 80 to 70 to 60% every single time, but you're just loading it up, autoing, loading up, autoing, loading. There's no real immersion or gameplay involved. It's just putting the right team out there and making things happen, and I think there is something in Marvel Strike Force that directly applies to here that could really help us out. Now, here's Marvel Strike Force. I'm going to go into the raids. This is available on Raids and Blitz, and oh, good, we started a new raid here. This will be perfect. So this is the sim version. Now, you and I as Galaxy Heroes players, we know simming like you sim it. You can do it one time up to like whatever many times you got, as much energy as you got, and it just boom shows you the rewards you get. Marvel Strike Force is a little bit different, and I think this would be perfect for Conquest for us. So we've got our team loaded up, this global team here of heroes. I've got sim indicated, see right here, sim, right? We're gonna sim this battle and watch what happens. It sims an actual battle. Like, it plays the teams against each other. You can see my cable lost a little bit of health there on that sim while defeating the enemy team in this raid. By the way, raids in Marvel Strike Force are basically a glorified Galactic War, or perhaps a little bit dumbed down Conquest, is where raids lie somewhere between there. So, you can see here that it actually sims an actual battle. Now, let me try something here. I'm gonna put a lesser team in here to see if I can sim it like actually losing a little bit, like not going perfectly. Let me drop some folks in here, like let's put we'll put Emma Frost, but then let's drop, I don't know, we'll put what do we got here? I don't know, Adam Warlock. We'll put let's see here, The Thing. We're about to see a new movie coming up. Let's just launch this team. This team should take some more damage, and you can see what I'm talking about, how this could apply to Conquest. If, well, they didn't take any damage. Jean Grey is too OP. I think you get the idea. I could do it here. I could do it here. Hold on. Let's get a global. I want it to take damage. I think you get the idea, though, that if it runs an actual battle in the background, rather than just saying, you know, here's some ideas, or here is, you finish this node, now you can push a button and we'll give you the rewards 10 times for it. Rather than just that, it runs an actual battle in the background. There we go. Thanos is down in the red. I lost Hela. I lost Rocket Raccoon. I kept my, oh boy, I can't remember his name. You know what I'm talking about. And Groot. These guys are alive. These guys are dead. You can see it is running an actual battle in the background. If we could take that and apply it to Conquest in Galaxy of Heroes, hey, wouldn't that be great? If instead of me having to fight, I think I probably fought 30 or 40 battles on this node, trying to finish off my feats from this tier. while also earning myself Datacron material that I need to upgrade my Datacrons. It would be really nice if I could just put a team in. I could put this team in, and I could hit the sim button down here, and it would actually fight. It would reduce their, what do we call this here? It's not health. Their consumables. What's this bar called? What's that bar called? I don't know. It's exhaust. If it would reduce their exhaust by the amount they need to have their exhaust reduced, they'd go down 10% on their exhaust. It would play the actual battle. The results come out. It saves me like 2 to 3 minutes per battle. So if I did 30 here, that's an hour of my time. That's an hour. I think it would probably save me an hour or two in Conquest by just adding that to the game. Maybe there are other places you can add it as well. I guess Galactic War, but Galactic War goes away pretty quickly in Galaxy of Heroes right now. I'm trying to think of other places. That's the main place. I don't think Grand Arena, that would be a workable thing or an interesting thing at all. Maybe territory battles where, you know, we're going in. The battles aren't all that exciting right now anyway, and they take up a bunch of time. Maybe in territory battles, we introduce a sim for us. So we go on there, we sim it. You guys get the idea. I think this would be the single biggest add from Marvel Strike Force to Galaxy Heroes that would really improve our game. Coming up next, a gear slider. You guys know, and I guys know, something like that. That in Galaxy of Heroes, if you're gonna upgrade somebody to gear 13, I gotta click this and click OK. That's 26 clicks. 26 clicks if I got all the gear ready to get my guy from 0. I mean, it takes forever. And also over here, these ability upgrades. I've got 20,000 of these mats, and I have to click this 1, 2, 3 over and over again. We need sliders for this, and let me show you. Well, it just like the do I have anybody at level 1 down here? Let's see. Yeah, just like I can take Harful from level 1 to anywhere along the slider that I want. We need to add this slider in. I'm gonna go ahead and do it because I'm gonna be farming. I mean, Gen Cal down the road anyway. We need to add this slider for the gear. Let me show what I'm talking about. Here is my Sentinel in Marvel Strike Force. I can train him. This is the same thing. I'm sliding it along to the max I can get. We get the idea. So I'm going to take him to level 67 here. So when I apply, we spend our gold, credits, whatever you want to call it. Now, am I going to get to see this here? Yes. Okay. This is a basic here. It takes it up 1 level, and then I can slide it up 2 levels. And I'll go to a lesser character in a second and show you that as well. Wouldn't this be nice? It shows you all the gear that you use along the way. Wouldn't that be super special if we could have that in Galaxy Heroes, and it would save you a bunch of time as you upgrade your characters, and also add it to the abilities. Golly, why do I have to click on 4, 5, 6 different abilities 4, 5, 6 different times just to get them upgraded? Let me go. I'm going to find a lesser character here too and kind of show you even a bigger. Actually, I'm out of training droids now, aren't I? Not training droids, but you get the idea. Training mats. Do I have anybody upgraded here with no gear on them? Maybe this. Maybe this. Can I add some gear here? I can't. Nah, I messed up by spending all my training mats, but I think you guys got the idea there. See if I can do this. What's his level right now? He's at level 1. Okay, he's at level 1. Let's go ahead and do this, and let's train him here. I can't do any training. Never mind. You get the idea. Give me a gear slider so that I can slide up to the gear level I want, and it shows me all the gear I'm spending all along the way, rather than clicking an okaying, clicking okaying. Let me click an okay 1 time for the gear level I want to get to while showing me the gear, and give me that ability materials slider as well. And while we're at it, let's talk about all the different ways to gear up and improve our characters in Marvel Strike Force. Not only are you going with stars, which we know, levels, which we know, gears that we know, and ability upgrades, which we all know. These are the same things in both games. We've also got red stars here, so that's an addition. You initially get your gold stars. Here's Storm. She is a 6 gold star character, but when I get red stars on her, it increases her abilities, it increases her, health, strength, etc., etc. You farm these red stars in the game. It's another way of upgrading your characters that, just adds something to the characters. I think it would fit really great into Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Not to mention, we've also got the ISO materials here. Now, a lot of people compare these to mods. I think they are, I don't know, it's like an apple and it's like an orange and a carrot. They're both the same color, but they're not the same. And it's not the same color, it'd be purple and everything. But regardless, this is really more of like for a healer or a striker or a tank or a skirmisher. It's for different types of characters. Think of Jedi versus Sith versus whatever, or maybe no, we add something in there. It's more for attacker, for support, for tank, that kind of thing. For leader, we put these in here, and it increases their. We're gonna look at gambits here if we can. Yes, okay. How can I see? Let me go back here. It increases their abilities here. There we go. That's what I wanted. You can see all the way along here. On active ability crit, apply +1 vulnerable. Gain 10% max health. Gain 5% crit chance. Gain 10% max health. Gain 5% crit chance. It's another way of gearing up a character specifically to their role in the game. And wouldn't that be really cool if, in addition to the gold stars down here for Leia, I could add red stars, or they could make it, I don't know, silver stars like the Silvery of the Galactic Republic. I don't care, whatever. Or maybe, you know, you could have rebel stars that are blue, Sith stars that are red, Empire stars that are another shade of red. Why can't we have different stars for different, just something else to add to this down here with the star level. I really like the red stars in Marvel Strike Force. It adds it's a layer of randomness over there, but you can even make it farmable in this game. I'd love to see that second tier of farmability come in with those stars. And then, can you imagine that we had, for her being a tank or a leader or a rebel, we chose one of those, you know, secondary functions of her, or what do we call these? We call these, I don't, wait, let me see. We call these filters. That's not called. Whatever her role is in the game. Wouldn't it be nice to come in with Leia's role in the game and give her another, like, instead of mods, you bring down here another set of gear that goes on her that applies directly to her role, or what I want her to do. Do I want her to tank? Can I add some more health to her along the way? That would be just kind of different ways, and those could be, you know, you roll one in 1 year, the next year you roll another. It's just additional ways to gear your character that I really like in Marvel Strike Force that would look really good on some of these characters and kind of expand their usage. We've been stuck at level 85 and 7 stars since 2016. We've been stuck at gear 13 for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now. It's been a long time since we were stuck at gear 13. Might be longer, might be like 7 or 8. I don't know. We've been at gear 13, Relic, which is Relic now, we call it Relic, for a long time. Can we find a different way to upgrade our characters while also giving us some challenging, fun things to do as well in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes? I think that would be a tremendous benefit. And while we're kind of talking about gear and everything else and upgrading all the characters, this is a small one, but you know, every character has this gear on them. They put it on them. It's the same gear. It's like, I don't know, what do we got? Like 6 of these pieces, 6 of these main pieces with secondary ones, and then you got these other Marxist you know, the same pieces of gear apply to every character. Something fun in Marvel Strike Force. And again, this is small. This is just kind of passing, but look, they've got Bio Gear Orb, Mutant Gear, Mystic Gear, Skill Gear, Tech Gear. So they got different gear at certain levels for different types of characters. Purple Bio, Purple Mutant, Purple Mystic, Purple Skill. So the different types of characters have different gear that applies to them with the same, you know, the same currency. So you got to choose, like you're upgrading Jedi right now, or I think that would be a bit an ad, not a big one, but just kind of something fun and different in the game. Give us pieces of gear that only apply to certain factions of the game. That'd be kind of fun to do, and maybe give us some choices and decision making along the way. And now we turn our sights toward character collection. You know, Galaxy of Heroes did a really good thing about 9 months ago when they reduced level 85, or the journey to level 85, to a couple weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks, with a lot of quests in there where you get a lot of your Phoenix characters, you get some bounty hunter characters, characters to really start you on your way. With that said, you know, you still walk into, a month into the game, and you've got maybe 20 or 30 characters opened up and usable. You might only have like 5 to 10 of them that are usable in the game. You don't really have a lot of places to use them. You go into Grand Arena, you're playing these giant accounts, and you can't really use them there. There's just a lot of, I think there's a lack of characters given to you to really pique your interest in the different, modes of the game. You do get characters to your different game modes. And they do a good job also of re-releasing marquee events in the game. That is a new thing to the game as well. So Galaxy Heroes does a good job of character release for new players. But Marvel Strike Force does a great job of giving shards to you. Now, there are trade-offs here, and some of the trade-offs are there's a bit of confusion. You know, you're constantly getting characters or new characters thrown at you in Marvel Strike Force, and it can create a level of confusion that you've got. But you can see here, I mean, I've got so many characters here. I think the Galaxy Heroes could take a little lesson from that and release more characters as you go. Now, one point here, I think this is going to be a fair point that I'm about to make. I'm about to make a fair point. As I always do, I'm a very fair and balanced person, but a fair point in this game, and everybody keeps telling me, and I actually agree, the character release cadence in Marvel Strike Force is constant. Every week there's a new character, a new team, and the new characters and new teams are always the best in the game, and then when 2 weeks comes along, there's a whole new team and character that you got to invest in to stay at the top of the game. Whereas Galaxy Heroes is like that, but not to the degree. You know, the new characters that come out, you know, our new Bad Batch that just came out in Galaxy Heroes, our Jedi Vanguard that are coming out, our new clones to go with Lord Vader. These are characters that are really important to the game, but we're talking about 3 teams in the first 6 months of the game, as opposed to in 6 months you've got 15 new teams or whatever we got in Marvel Strike Force. So I think those two things play together, but I still think you could release more characters in Galaxy of Heroes to new players to get them more interested in the different journeys. And hey, Capital Games, if you stall them out and they don't go get their executive first, they're gonna have to come back around to it later, and they're gonna buy that finalizer anyway. Sorry, trying to think business-wise for Capital Games why they would do it, but there is an opportunity to release more characters, like older characters. Why can't I get Ewok Scout at 7 stars as fast as possible? Why can't we have more characters? We haven't added characters to Bronziums in a real way. Look at that. How many we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's only 33 characters available in Bronziums. Why can't we make this like 70 or 80 and double the release of those characters? A few years ago, when we went to double shard farming for characters, they also went to double shard, or they made the occurrence of characters in the Bronziums double the amount it was before, which it was almost nothing before. Now, I mean, why can't we increase the occurrence of characters in here and put more? These like old characters. Give a breath of fresh air to Bronzians, put more characters in there, and have more characters drop out of it. Release the old marquees even more frequently. Give us characters that we can see out there. You know, give me Luminar Unduli at a low level for the current raid. I know we got a different raid coming up, but you know what I'm saying. Give me those characters at a low level. Let me play. Give me a raid. Give me the new raid playable at a low level with low level characters. That's what you did actually for the Endor raid, which was really good. And I can't imagine it wasn't successful in bringing people to farm those characters. But just more releases, more ways to get the characters, more shards out there. It's not going to change the game substantially. Sharding or getting shards to these characters is actually one of the slowest things in the game. As opposed to, you can get them all at 7 stars and choose who to gear. They're still got to go in and get the gear or buy the Lightspeed bundles. Just because I've got a character at 7 stars and if they're gear 7, I'm still going to buy the Lightspeed bundle if it makes sense for me and I'm a spender in a game. So I think there could definitely be a lot more characters released to newer players in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes without putting a dent in the pocketbook of Capital Games or EA. And being a big benefit to new players who see all these characters in the rot. More Sith, more Jedi, more Galactic Republic. Give us more characters for new players. And finally, let's talk about this. This is not a major thing, but Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes has had the exact same loading screen for at least 4 years. It might be going on for forever. We've only had like 6 or 7 total. I've had 3 or 4 different loading screens in Marvel Strike Force since I started playing 6 weeks ago. I'm not saying that's the end-all, be-all of the game, but golly, surely we could put some different art on the loading screen of the game to make... Can we not come up with different characters and different ways of put... let me get that loading screen for Galaxy Heroes loaded up. And there's also like... When you go from one node to a next, or you finish a battle or start a battle in Marvel Strike Force, you get a cool character scene. You get Nimrod up here, you get Wolverine, you get Lilandra down there, Captain America. You get these characters on your loading screens in Marvel Strike Force. That would be a lot of fun, and it's a small, simple thing to add. But I feel like the depth of it just adds a lot more to your experience playing the game when you feel like it's new. So can we not update the loading screen maybe a couple of times a year? Put in some characters, some stuff in between our notes. It just feels like this is so old and tired. It's much quicker over here. Marvel Strike Force is really slow loading. Can we not, like, I just feel like there's a graphical commitment to the game that's really not there. I know they've changed the faces and stuff, which some is good, some it's not great. And we're working on a lot of the character models, and that's good stuff. It's good to work on the character models, but I would love to see, like, more different art in the game, new art in the game. It can't be that expensive to commission a brand new loading screen or get like, I'm sure you've got all these characters, Capital Games, and they've all got 7, 8, 9 different poses of art. You've got to have art sitting around that you could just create. That's all they're doing at Marvel Strike Force. They take the existing characters, put them in there, put them in a different background and maybe a slightly different pose, stick them on a different part of the screen with different characters, and they have new and creative and interesting stuff. When you're loading up the game, it's something new to look at. Why wouldn't you want to have the Bad Batch out there front and center on your loading screen or something, or out here put them in the cantina? Why can't the cantina look a little, I mean, I thought just something new. Update the look of the game and give us a new look and feel of the way the game, that's something it's a small thing, but it can add a lot for the look and feel of the game. And that's what I've got. Those are 6 things that I've experienced in Marvel Strike Force that I think would look really good if reskinned and used in a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes environment. And that's all we got for today. I hope everybody has a great day. I really appreciate you tuning in. Let me know your ideas in the comments for improvements in Galaxy of Heroes. And always remember, Nooch Too Good.